What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and welcome to episode 9 of Road to Endgame, and I do not have a secondary right now. We're basically near the end of the week, and this entire video's footage will be recorded in the span of one single day, just cause. But I am sitting at 6.5 bill right now, and I have my secondary listed for 7 bill. And here's hoping it sells as soon as it possibly can, because there's a pretty decent secondary in the market right now, as to where if it does end up selling, I'm not necessarily sure what I'm going to do about the secondary plan. I was already having second thoughts about getting the secondary just because of its main pot lines, but if you take everything on the secondary into perspective, then it's a really... Wait, there's a new secondary in the market? Oh, it's not that good. Okay, forget about it. This is what I was looking at. This secondary for 14.7 bill is 55 boss, 12 attack main pot. Right? You know, the 20 boss is the thing that throws you off. For something worth that much and it has 20 boss on it. I think I might have shown this in my last video, but I did a little bit thinking about it, right? And it seems like that 9 strength line really does help out a lot, on top of the fact that it's double prime with 12 attack instead of just 9. The 9% strength on the main pot and the extra, on the bonus pot, and the extra 3% attack on the main pot basically makes the main pot of the secondary, for me at least, equivalent to about 70 boss in a 9 attack main pot. And then the bonus pot's already 21 attack. So it's perfectly something that I'm looking for. So it's definitely a secondary that seems like it's pretty good, and I should consider buying it. Now the issue though is hoping it doesn't sell before I get the money for it, because I've been looking and this secondary has been up for over a week, so we need to have this thing sell. And even if it does sell after tax, I'm gonna end up having like 13 bill. I'm still 1.7 bill behind, you know, if it sells today out of nowhere. So let's say I am 1.7 bill behind. I have enough items in my inventory to scrap up and resell for a value of 1.3 bill. And if you take the 5% tax from that, it's going to be about 1.23 bill. So I'll be about 500 mil behind. The amount of time it will take for me to make 500 mil, a day. I'm about to grind for 4 hours to use the Typhoon to level to 252, because I said I was going to do that in this episode. So that's 300 mil right there. And then bosses on the Dark Knight, weekly bosses, once weekly reset hits tomorrow, is another 200 mil. So, like, in perspective, within the next 11 hours, I could have the 500 mil that I'm missing. So it's really not that bad at all. And if this thing does sell in the next 12 hours, I can literally have enough money to purchase that secondary. But the chances of it selling that soon, don't even count on it. I might even have to lower it to like 6.5 in the future if I genuinely have to. So we just need to be alarmed. Another thing though, I'm going to be buying these cubes. I got 1,800 coins because I haven't really been doing much for a while anyway, so might as well go ahead and get it and cube the ring again. I'm going to buy like 25. Alright, another shot at legend. Let's see what I can do. And I guess on another hand, look for strength lines that seem like they'll be worth keeping. 17, 16, come on, nah, 15 strength, that ain't about it. Wow, defense, yeah, this probably isn't gonna go anywhere, but it's all good. We have 55 cubes left, but again, you know, the chances of tearing up with that is pretty low. Well, that makes us 45 cubes in without a tier, which you'd be crazy to expect one in 45 cubes, but it's all good. So I just want to say right now, there's a change of plans in bosses. And that also means a huge change of plans in my grinding plans that I had in mind. The initial plan was to get this guy to 255 and then level my bishop up to 235 afterwards. What's gonna happen now? Well, the exact opposite, of course. I now, after getting this guy to 252, need to primarily focus on getting my bishop at 235. And the reasoning for that is simply that I was able to 4-man hard will with my hard lucid party. And it went a lot better than any of us had expected it to go. So we figured, hey, now that we're 4-manning hard will unofficially, it's time to do the party split and get my bishop to 235 so I can play the support role in the hard will party for the bishop. How long it's gonna take to hit 235? Well, I don't know. You know, I'm like 75% at 222. I'm about to be 223, which is good stuff. On top of these potions coming in, but I guess instead of using these potions for level 223 to 225, I'm gonna move them up a little bit. I'm gonna use them at 228 to 230, and then it would be better for me to get the third option of potions, because the EXP required from 228 to 230 is more EXP than 234 to 235. So this is basically just gonna be the best option, easily the best option. So that's just what's gonna happen. And then I have until like mid-October to claim them. So however long it's gonna take for me to hit to 28, I can just wait until then to claim that. But I'm about to claim my Union Arena rewards, and I'm pretty sure these things only last about a week long, or they come as like untradeable or transferable within account coupons that do end up expiring in about a week. And now that I've claimed these, yep, I officially have 1 week to get my bishop from 222 to 225, which isn't really going to be much effort. These, I'm surprised these expire. I don't think I've ever seen any of these expire before, but use these off the bat. We're going to use them on Aura Weapon. If he's ready to use Aura Weapon. I want to use the Typhoon Potion level up, so I'm going to save that. But we'll go ahead and claim the Arena Chair for silver. Apparently I was top 7%. And in order to hit gold, I think you have to be at like top 4%. So I kind of messed myself up with that. And I shouldn't have claimed that title yet. Crap. I should have waited another week just to stretch out temp stats as much as I possibly could, you know. But whatever. I've got 2 weeks of temp stats. Not like haste tier temp stats or anything, but it still free damage. And this is the look of the silver chair. Of course, the bronze chair is bronze. And the gold chair, wait till y'all hear this. The gold chair is gold. Unbelievable. So I figured, you know, I'm 67.93. I only need exactly 4 hours to level up the Typhoon. And I even bought MVPs that's super cheap for like 2 mil each. They're really, really cheap right now. And this is 4 hours worth only for 16 mil in the auction house. So I got pretty much everything set up for a 4-hour grind. My wealth pots. Oh, I need to make some wealth pots. Good thing I have recipes. I'll make a few with that. And that'll basically be that with the Dark Knight grind. Now yeah, my meso gear and stuff. For the bishop grind, I'll be able to transfer this over and this over. It's a shame that this is all strength, so that my bishop isn't gonna benefit off of like anything from this except the 19 int that's on the main, and that's gonna be about it. I can't change equips on the chairs, but yeah, this is a warrior face, and on top of that, you have the P socket, and then this is just flat out untradeable. So my bishop will have like 40% meso obtain when it grinds. It's definitely gonna have the drop rate because it has real HS. No drop rate on the inner, but that's completely okay because it didn't really need that. Wealth Pot gives an additive 20 drop on top of the 20 drop of the earring and the 30 drop from decent HS. Those 3 sources alone give me 100% drop rate on meso bags, so I'm completely fine. And so I say, without further ado, let me actually get coupons real quick. I need to open 6 of these. 1.5. 1.5. Well, I'm questioning if I'm even gonna hit. Okay, I think I have to buy 2 X's for the rest of them now. Because I want to make sure I get this in 4 hours. I believe 1.5s in a row is not good. How many? I got 5. Alright, the rest will be 2x's because that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. We're not gonna work with that. But okay, it begins. Alright, the 4 hours are done. A little bit of time did pass between the both pots I used. I did 2 hours and then I didn't grind for like 4 or 5 hours and then I did the other 2 hours. Anyway, I'm 79%, but that will change with this potion here, which will put me at 1%. And now I'm level 252. So the loot from the 4 hours was basically just 300 mil meso and 21 nodes. So I do average at about 5 per hour normally. That seems to be the norm from all the hours I've been trading at Labyrinth of Suffering so far. And to be honest, 5 an hour isn't exactly too bad. If I add that with my meso income for the hour, then I make on approximately about 100 mil an hour. And that's pretty solid, especially when I'm grinding for EXP, which to get close to 3% an hour. But that's only when I'm using uni meso coupons and I'm not taking portals. So I'm prioritizing more on meso and not exactly EXP. Portals would probably have me definitely break 3% an hour, but without the meso coupons, the meso I'd make would probably go down from 75 mil an hour to 60 mil. I feel like I've never actually done a session without the coupons, so it's kind of funny, but apparently they are additive, and because they are additive, then I would just subtract the 15 mil. But at the same time, the way that Wolfpop's 20% meso is multiplicative, it might function a little bit differently with that, and it might be a little bit more of a loss than just 15 mil in 1 hour. So I should make somewhere between like 56 to 60 mil in an hour without union, but I'll figure it out when I see it. Shoot. But let me go ahead and drop these cores on Aura Weapon real quick. It should probably hit like level 22 or 23. I'm probably gonna say 22. Not even that. It hit 21 at 96.8. That's tough. I can always just buy a skill though, just for it to hit 22.
Just keep on, you know.
Your inventory looks like shit, man.
Yeah, we didn't get
Really
anything.
got nothing.
Well,
It'd be like that, bro. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Revive.
Yo, iPad.
No way, dude.
Oh, we didn't get anything.
We didn't get
Yeah,
anything.
no shit.
I know exactly what we got. Wait, I didn't even get a soul shard. This is terrible.
I got 2 sword shards. Let's go.
Hit. Oh.
We got nothing.
We have something on the
We
right.
do?
Yeah.
Oh!
What did you get, bro?
What do you get?
Steph.
A staff? Yo!
Oh my God, dude.
Hey! That makes 2. Yo, so cheap, Kyla.
Okay, Neo, where's fantasy?
Yeah, I gave you game.
Yo, Twin Sword is mine. Twin Sword is mine. Right now, Twin Sword is mine. And the Red Book.
Oh, an item!
Oh, we
What
got
is this?
drop.
Oh my
Sword.
god, dude.
No,
Sword.
dude, no.
What is it? Twin
So,
Sword?
one-handed axe.
Yo, I'll take it, dude.
No, what? Link it.
What? I'm being dead serious.
Link it.
No! Wait, yo, I'll take it, dude.
Hold on.
It's not too bad, but
We got something. What we get? Come on, did I get nothing? Oh, Mac, please. It's a wand.
Fast forward, last day of the week. This wasn't exactly an episode that was a day of recording, but I don't care. I pretty much just postponed its release to Wednesday to get myself back on track with the weekly Wednesday uploads, because it would have just been too sloppy uploading it on random days, and it just would have been a lot of mess. And I have a lot to catch up with right now, just in general. So here's the thing. This secondary keeps going down by 100 mil every 2 days. It's currently sitting at 14.3 bill. And one day, it could sell. In-game Dark Knight secondaries are a big deal. The thing is, the most expensive secondary, looking at it, 14.4. This is pretty much the only in-game Dark Knight secondary that's actually good that is sold in the past month. Well, this is also good too, but pretty much these two in the past month. That's like decent, but only for those that need the line of IED. Because of the IED line on my emblem, I'm not gonna bother with it because I genuinely feel like I don't need it. So basically, just looking at the past month, these are the only two in-game worthy secondaries that I've sold, and this is yet another in-game worthy secondary, and I gotta get it. I gotta get it. They don't appear very often. I mean, one could appear later in the month if it does sell, and I'll just keep saving up for that. But really, I have my secondary at the lowest I'm gonna put it. The absolute lowest I'm gonna put it. 6 bill. Looking at the meso I got right now, 9.7 bill. I've been saving up this meso for 24 days. My last purchase was the meso pendant that I bought on September 13th. I went back on my previous recording just to see exactly when I bought it, and it was on September 13th. So it's been 24 days since that day, and I'm still waiting to buy a new secondary. It's pretty insane. I haven't made any upgrades on this character since the day of the burning transfer, just damage wise at least, and it's getting quite ridiculous. But if there's anything I've learned from this experience in general, it's that I'm a lot better at saving money than I expected myself to be. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I think because of that, as soon as I buy this new secondary, I'm going to start my major plan of getting 22-star equipment, with my first piece of equipment being a 22-star Meister ring with 30% strength. Just like I was looking at in a previous episode, pretty sure it was the last one. I will be aiming to get one of those rings, and then once I do, I'm probably going to start saving money for a supposed, not guaranteed, but supposed speculated double miracle time that will happen in January, because I want to put a lot of work in on my weapon and my emblem's bonus potential, because I want to roll 21 attack on both of those. But we'll get to that once we get to that chapter. Right now, it's really about getting this secondary sold so we can buy the secondary that's currently listed right now. And if that doesn't happen, then maybe I'll wait a couple weeks to see if another in-game worthy secondary gets listed. And then as far as things that can be sold, I've got a lot of things that could be sold for a good chunk of money. Granted, through my use in my etc. inventory, I'm probably looking at about 1.7 bill, 1.8 bill worth in items in total. So it's really just all that saving. 3.5 weeks and we're still going. And on top of that, I'm also paying off the symbol cost on my bishop as well. If I wasn't paying for my bishop symbols, I would have a bit more money, at least like 500 to 600 mil more meso. But I guess while we're on the topic of that, I need to show you guys my bishop real quick, because those Union Arena symbols did expire per se. It is past their expiration date, but I did end up using them. So for a good cause too, because my bishop actually made it to Arcana earlier today, so I might as well show that off. Here we are, an actual existing bishop in the land of Arcana. Hit 225 at Clock Tower 5, and I'm still going to continue to grind there once I get back to it again. And so far the rates were pretty much about like 30% an hour, roughly about 20 bill EXP. So if I were to go back in there, my hourly percentage would probably be like 22 or something. At least from where I'm at right now, it would take a little bit more than 4 hours for me to hit 226, and that's completely fine. The amount of hours I'm expecting to take to hit 230, believe it or not, is probably gonna be around 15. I think 15 hours is a reasonable number, and the reason why I say this is because in the night market I got something to show y'all, which I'm pretty sure I've already shown before, but I'll show it again. Whenever I'm ready, I've got 2 weeks to choose the potions. I'm going to choose these level 230 potions, 2 of them. So once I hit 238 after 15 hours of grind, I'm just going to pop them and then I'm going to hit 230. It's a lot better to use than the Typhoon, even though the Typhoon gives more like overall EXP. It won't really give me more EXP unless I'm level 235. Even for level 230 plus, because these things give up to 105 billion EXP, and the amount of EXP level 230 needs to level up is like 170. So it's like, would I rather take 170 to 180 bill on my way to 235, or would I take 2 potions that each give over 100 bill EXP, which results in over 200 bill EXP total? Okay, this is definitely the better option up before 235. But after 235, the Typhoon is definitely the best way to go about doing things. But like I said, I won't worry about that right now. I'll have to do a little bit of grind, and if I do grind enough within the week, I might even be able to hit 230 here this week after this upcoming reset. But I've got things going on right now. I can only hope that I hit 230, but we'll just have to see what happens. Basically, the main goal of next week is, 230 on the Bishop and the new secondary on the Dark Knight. It's war right now with that thing. But just in case y'all want to see some things, here are my Arcane Symbols. We've got level 11 Road of Vanishing, level 12 Choo Choo, level 9 Latch, and level 6 Arcana. So that puts us at 4.6k int through Arcane Symbols, and my total int with everything, all the gear on and stuff, is 19.3 with Maple Warrior, and that's it. So if I take my 19.3 and I subtract it by the 4.6 I have from symbols, then my int without symbols is about 14.7k, and that's pretty decent. That's only about 5k lower than what my Dark Knight has, which is quite major. But I mean, it only makes sense because most of my gear is, potted with 6% epic bonus pot. Later in the future, I'll think about if I want to like 17 star or unique some of these equips or not, but that's only after I hit 235, because I don't really need any more gear upgrades until 235 at the moment. The one thing that I'm thinking of that I probably will go ahead and get in the future is the Arcane Wand, so I can have a stronger weapon puff boost, because right now it gives me like 7k. With the 5th job Maple Warrior and this, I hit 27.5, which is barely enough for that next prey threshold, because it gains like 1% final damage every 2.5k stat. So later on, I do want to end up getting Maple Warrior maxed, because it will give me so much more stat while it's active for prey. And then once I do get that arcane weapon, I definitely will be well over 30k stat with the weapon puff. I guess the goal right now with the ring is at least 32.5. I definitely want to try and hit 35 if I can, and then I'll just settle with that. And then maybe later on, if I want to pick this character up again, I'm going to try and hit 40k with the weapon puff, which isn't exactly too bad considering I'm already at 27.5 with it, and it already gives so much. So things are going well. But I think on top of everything going on with the secondary right now, I'm about to do something I really didn't want to do for this thing, but I guess desperate times comes for desperate measures. I am going to ask for a loan of 3 bill, because with that and the items I sell, it's basically going to be all I need to get the secondary, but still it's going to hurt a little bit inside to ask for this, because I really genuinely thought I could save up for it. But we're just gonna go ahead, just toss it out there to the public and see if anyone has come with open arms. And who the fuck even has 3 bill? This is tough. I'm really about to do it right now. I'm about to squeeze out all of my items for what they're worth. I'm gonna just list them while I wait to see if anyone will accept the deal to drop me a loan. Alright, gemstones are 5.1. The will ones are 20 mil. Occult cubes like 61k, 63. Bonus occult cubes about 6 mil. Droplets are about 15 mil. And spell traces are about 2.2k, 2.27. The gemstones have sold already. I've got some cubes selling, currently at 10.8 bill. Maybe, let's see how much more I have left right now. The droplets sold, that's another 100 mil. It should be around like 11 bill. But I feel like once everything sells, I should definitely be at least 11.5. So with the tax given, 3 bill of a loan should definitely be enough meso to purchase that secondary. And then, you know, in terms of when I'll pay that back, that'll be whenever this thing sells, or whenever, give or take like a week, maybe a week and a half, for me to rack up about 3 bill. I've pretty much got a lot of things selling at the moment. This should maybe put me at 11 bill. Let's redeem this real quick. Alright, I'm at 11 bill now. And then this purple flame here is worth like 30 mil. So I need to list this. Alright, these haven't sold yet. Somebody might have undercut me the moment I put those up, or maybe nobody really cares to buy them. Yeah, they're like the lowest right now. At the same time, I am a little sad because I did want to keep up that stash a little bit. That was probably one of the biggest stashes I've had in terms of like everything in general. But I guess while we save up for the next item, we'll be more patient, and we'll eventually maybe make a bigger stash, because that was almost 200 gemstones. That's like 40 hours of grind right there. That's a lot of gemstones. Everything has sold, so we're at 11.5 bill, and we haven't gotten a message about the loan yet. But to be fair, 3 bill is a lot of money. Not a lot of people have 3 bill, so I guess to be continued next episode for this situation. Is my secondary gonna sell before I get a loan? Will I not need a loan? Is something gonna happen? Am I gonna get an offer, or am I gonna have to save up for another week's worth to get the money and then go and see the secondaries there or not? It's a whole lot of things going on, and I probably won't even know what exactly is going to happen until next week at the latest. But we're gonna have to find out, I guess. One last thing I'll mention before I hit rock bottom in my head, my mentality due to some stupid berserk chain, is there is an event that I haven't really been taking advantage of so far, and that's because I'm not necessarily a fan. And that's this whole level up thing, you know, with the donation of 200 coins, you get 1 to 10 levels on a character that's below level 200, and you get less levels if your character is a higher level or something, just like that, whatever. I'm not really taking much advantage of it. I guess I've been going on and off with this character right now. This is a hero, and pretty much I only plan on getting this guy to level 200 throughout the event, and that's just going to be that. This will be my 21st level 200 on the board. As far as other events go, to try to go for 8k, I'd much rather prefer a better one. I would probably prefer haste over anything like this, but because I'm currently leveling the bishop right now and whatnot, haste will be more towards leveling my dark knight to 255, while before then my bishop needs to hit 235. So basically what I'm going to do, not today, because no, I don't want to, I don't feel like it, is starting tomorrow, I'm going to start capping out 200 coins a day on this character, which I've been doing in the past on and off, but I'll do it a little bit more consistently, and I'll go through to this guy, and he'll give me some free levels. Basically once a day, twice on a Sunday, because Sunday is 2x coins, and they'll allow for 2 extra times to get level ups on Sundays. And I'm just gonna try my luck and see how many days it's gonna take for this guy to hit level 200. I'm expecting to take the full 2 weeks at 1 level a day because my RNG is not the best, but that's okay, because there'll still be enough time to get this guy to 200 regardless. Over the next couple of episodes, this is going to be a random character I'll spend every day capping coins on, just until it's level 200. And this will be, once again, the only level 200 I get off of this event. And that is it for this episode. Stay tuned for the ultimate decision on what's gonna happen with me in this secondary. Am I gonna get a loan? Is my secondary gonna sell? Am I gonna make enough money before any of those things happen? And will the secondary still be up for me to purchase the secondary? Find out next week.